On this edition of NFL Game Pass Film Session,
This league's all about winning.
Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielin sits down with Brian Baldinger and Ron Jaworski to discuss the art of the toe drag.
If you drag, you can put your back foot back and drag it. So there's just more.
The toes are always on the ground.
Yeah.
How his deadly double move makes him nearly unguardable.
You don't want to get too close to a defender. You can see right there where I'm making my move, I'm a yard away from him. So that way I have separation, I can wait for him to try to get his hands on me and then swipe him away.
What a double move by Adam Thielin.
And why basketball has translated to receiving success.
Well, if I didn't play basketball in high school, there's no chance I'd be where I am.
Really?
No chance.
Amazing.
Yeah. No chance.
There's a carryover.
There's a huge carryover playing receiver, for sure. I don't think there's too many guys in the league that play receiver that didn't play basketball.
Baldy, once again, a very special wide receiver joining us here on Film Session. Adam Thielin, thanks for joining us, my friend. And it's got a great story. And I'll first, reiterate the Vince Papale invincible story, because I played with Vince in Philadelphia. And I know how hard it is to make a team from a tryout camp. Just make the team. And then you got Adam Thielin, not only makes the team from a tryout camp in Chicago, goes to Dallas, then you go back to the Vikings for their kind of personal camp, and lo and behold, you're a Pro Bowler. That's quite a journey.
What a catch! You're right, Peter. Adam Thielin, you're unstoppable.
So the Cinderella part, we need to start eliminating from Adam Thielin. He is a legitimate big-time receiver in the NFL.
It's definitely a journey, but there's so many things that happen along the way that if, one play goes this way, drop ball here, that, I could be sitting at home now and doing something else. So lucky to be here, blessed to be here, and excited to be here.
And to do it in the state of the team that you grew up rooting for, cheering for, a Viking fan.
Yeah, that's probably the craziest part of the whole thing is I've never left Minnesota. High school, college, pro now for 6 years, so I'm very blessed for that too, because we have 2 small children and have family right there to help us out.
Did you always think that you could do it, Adam? Like, I know we're talking about this almost incredible story, but did you never stop believing that you could be that guy?
Yeah, I never really thought like, hey, I'm gonna play in the NFL. But I always had it as a goal. I always wanted in the back of my head. That's what I was always thinking about when I was working out, when I was doing the dirty work in the summers and, working 9 to 5 and then busting my butt in the weight room and running routes and things like that. But even my first couple years in the league, I never was like, I'm going to be a Pro Bowler. I never thought like that. I just had it in the back of my head and worked every day towards it.
Adam, you set an NFL record this year with 8 straight games of 100-plus yards.
Adam Thielin's 58 catches, the most in the history of the NFL through the first 6 weeks. He has more than 100 receiving yards for an 8th consecutive game.
Fantasy owners out there, all over you, going, I got my guy. Fantasy.
It was probably Baldy,
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a big deal to you, when that was being talked about when you did it?
It wasn't a big deal to me, no. This league's all about winning games.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what you're putting up for stats. If you're not winning games, life's not fun.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's just trying to help this team win games, and whatever that is, sometimes it's, a couple catches and 30 yards. And as long as you help your team win and, have some key blocks maybe or do some things that get some other guys open, hey, winning is important.
Yeah.
And now if we're losing games, I want the ball. But no, as a competitor, you want the ball in your hands. There's obviously that part of it. But again, if you're winning games, there's no complaining.
All right, Adam, we got you here. Baldy dug this one out of the vault over in NFL Films.
We started week 1 here.
Yeah, week
good.
1.
So take us through here, just this route concept here, the play, what you're thinking right now.
It's an option route. So I can break out, I can break in, and I can sit if I don't want to get killed. That near side safety dropped back. So I was a little nervous breaking in because he just gave me the end. But it was an option route, and Nobody was cutting me, so I was able to break in and get the first.
Adam Thielin working on the nickelback, K'Wan Williams, and the Vikings pick up another first down.
As you're running this route, are you aware of this backside safety? In my era, we called it a lurk coverage. He lurked down and take any in-breaking route. So he takes the first in-breaking route. Now you know you're clean. Are you seeing that as you're running your route?
So I'm not exactly seeing him. I'm just seeing the near safety drop back, so I know I'm clear. As long as the linebacker there goes with him, I'm good. But yeah, mostly now is give myself time here, buy some time to figure out what I should do. And then once I know, breaking it.
It's on us to win the game. It's on us.
So this play, Adam, you're behind, I think, the Packers in this game, like all game.
Yep.
You're down 8 here. You need the touchdown, the 2-point here, but you got to get the touchdown first.
Green Bay leads 29-21. Green Bay rushes 4. Cousins passes. What a spectacular grab by Adam Thielin.
Unbelievable. That is an awesome grab.
Look at the concentration of Adam Thielin in between two Packers. Ball's bobbling, takes it to his body, and goes into the end zone.
This was actually supposed to be a corner pump. And the way the defender played me, he kind of jumps outside and is trying to like take away my outside. So I just cut it off early and basically ran out and up. But I was supposed to be deeper, but you know, Kirk obviously great job getting the ball out.
Mike Daniels is whacking him here.
Exactly. And so those are things we don't see until we see film. It's like, man, why didn't you throw it earlier, throw it later? It's like, well, there you go. You know, I felt like I had my guy beat. You know, they actually did a really good job of disguising the two-man coverage. That safety actually made a pretty good break. Luckily, he didn't go to take me out. He went for the ball, and we were able to complete it.
Look at the concentration by Thielin between the two Packers.
Great finish, man.
No matter what the coverage is, I'm gonna beat his ass. If it's 3, I'm gonna beat him and go skinny. So I'm gonna go like straight up because I'm gonna beat the corner so bad he's not in the play.
2 receivers right. Kirk looking to pass out of the end zone. He'll fade one right to Thielin.
What a throw and catch. And in the open field, Adam Thielin. That is 68 yards.
This was a phenomenal play call. I think we were down maybe field goal or something. So we were trying to sell a stop 9 and go. Corner jumps outside when I make my move. So he actually made it really tough for me. So I had to go super wide around him to not get collision. Look at this ball.
Yeah.
Baldy, take it back to snap, because Adam did mention the great throw by Cousins. Watch Fletcher Cox. This is a tremendous throw. Look when he threw this ball. I got to give my Q some credit.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. And that's stuff we kind of just talked about earlier about, you know, I don't see that stuff till we go look at the film. You know, you wonder, why do you throw it earlier? Why do you throw it late? Things like that.
Fletcher Cox is right in the face of Kirk Cousins, and somehow he's still able to get the ball out.
It's pretty unbelievable when you go watch the tape and you just look at the quarterback they got hands in their face, they're getting smacked in the face, they're getting low hits, they're getting, you know, it's not an easy position.
Let's take another look at just beating man coverage here. So,
just kill it.
This opens up pretty fast.
This will be a smile on your face on this one.
This is actually one of my favorite routes in the red zone. There's 0 coverage, I knew it, and a lot of guys, they try to take away your corner routes. So just trying to make it feel like I'm trying to get outside of them, like I'm trying to run a corner route, and then break in.
You give him that stab outside, but then you also got the swim with your hands here, too.
Yeah, another thing, especially when you're this tight, is you don't want to get too close to a defender. You can see right there where I'm making my move, I'm a yard away from him. So that way I have separation, I can wait for him to put his hands on me, try to get his hands on me, and then swipe him away.
Yeah.
And then when I saw it was 0 coverage, I knew that I had all the space more. Even if he played good coverage, I could come flatter, do things like that to get open.
It looks like there's mirrored routes here, up top and down. So is Kirk right here, is he pre-snap reading this where he wants to go?
I think usually it's a high, like he's going away from the high safety. Usually it's like it's a cover 3 beater or 1 beater. But when they went 0, his read could take him anywhere.
throws to the end zone. Caught Adam Thielin, touchdown.
How often do you practice the toe tap?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every
Yeah.
day practice, yep. We have, 1-2 throws maybe where you do it and you just drag your foot.
Guys on him, pulling him away, and he still makes an accurate catch.
Fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Thielin continues to impress with his great catches.
I always try to just get that kind of awareness, that feel for the sideline and things like that. And you have to keep continuing to do it. You can't just say, oh, I've done it before and I'll be good. We definitely like to practice that a lot.
Is there a point, Baldy made a good point, working the sideline. Some guys are really good at it. Some guys are not. You mentioned a dead leg. Some guys know how to tap. And then other times those toes just drag along a little bit. You work on both?
I like the drag.
The dead leg, yeah.
Yeah, because you can actually drag that back foot from pretty far away. So you get more, if you tap, you're kind of here. Where if you drag, you can put your back foot back and drag it. So there's just more.
The toes are
more
always
room.
on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a great route right here. You know what's coming right here. You're just buying some real estate up top.
You're trying to just sell like you're running over across the field, and then you're hoping he gets on top of your, and then you can swipe him by and go to the back pylon. And another phenomenal ball, just throws it out there where no one else can get it. It was a big play in the game.
Passing left for Thielin. He caught it. Touchdown.
So tell us a little bit about the art of the toe tap right here, because where you're at right here and what you do to get your legs down and just make them almost go dead.
That's the key, is just pretty much going dead. Once you feel that ball is really close to catching your hands, you just kind of go dead. And a lot of times I have a decent feel of where I'm on the field. So you can see here, the last second I kind of just do two taps.
Just to make sure.
Make sure I got enough feet in there. But a lot of times if I'm really close to the sideline, I'll go dead and just drag my back foot.
That's a good sign when they're throwing the touchdown signal up there right there.
Absolutely.
Cousins back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
An amazing route by Adam Thielin, and what a great throw by Kirk Cousins.
Little stick nod right here. You're going to get matched up with this middle linebacker. And I always think like this route is, you're just trying to get him to...
Baldy, stop right there 1 second. Kirk Cousins right now is smiling. He's smiling. He knows he's got split safety. He's got a linebacker on his man. This is like, oh, he's smiling right now at the line of scrimmage. And you got to be smiling as well, knowing you got, Josh Bynes, I think, a linebacker trying to cover you. That's a mismatch.
I just watched the route. It's a little stutter. I think I'm coming at you. Nope, I'm going over top of you, and then the delivery. That is a perfect delivery over the top of a linebacker that doesn't see the ball thrown.
You're reading this on the move. That ball snap, you're reading the positioning of that linebacker, what he's going to, but you're seeing that split safety look, so you know you got a shot to get down.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing in this play is you had to get the split shell. As soon as I saw them stay in the split shell, I didn't really have to do a whole lot other than just stutter and go.
Run by.
What a stutter and go on the linebacker. Just awesome job all the way around by this Viking offense.
He's got to drive this ball. He can't put too much air. You're going to run out of time here.
Yeah, and he can't throw it late. You have to get that out early.
Get
like
out
you said,
early.
up and down, on a line, and right over his head.
I think you're trying to get a celebration going right
We got
there.
the dead arm dance here. This is the original dead arm dance right here.
And there's that celebration. What is that celebration? And when it's all going well, it's all going well.
This was a great matchup here. You and Lattimore.
Yeah, he's a heck of a football player. He's aggressive. He's fast. I've said it to a lot of people, I think he's one of the best in the league. And it was a great matchup. He was a rookie, which was pretty impressive for him to play at that level as a rookie. Those are the matchups. When you get in this league, you want to play against the best.
Caught by Thielin, who left his feet near side. Adam Thielin with elite vertical. Brought it in front of talented corner Marshawn Lattimore.
You have a great ability to high point the ball and two-hand it. Has it been something that's been coached to you your entire career? And those are things like as a little kid growing up, you know?
Yeah, I think too, like you said, going back to being just playground football, you know, being in the backyard, things like that, that's where you learn how to do this stuff. I mean, you can coach, you know, you got to high point it, things like that, but a lot of times it's just feel from doing it since you were 4 or 5 years old.
I mean, in some ways, this is low post basketball right here. Just getting that, right here, just getting that positioning. You know he's on your backside right here, and just going to keep him between you and the ball.
I think that is actually a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Is if it wasn't for basketball, if I didn't play basketball in high school, there's no chance I'd be where I am.
Really?
No chance.
Amazing, yeah.
No chance.
There's a carryover.
There's a huge carryover playing receiver, for sure. And we talk a lot about it in our room. I don't think there's too many guys in the league that play receiver that didn't play basketball. Right. You know, especially some of the best.
Adam Thielin with the ups, getting up to the shoulder of Marshawn Lattimore, who brought him down.
The Saints rush 4. Case straight in the pocket. He's going to loop one up to the right. Flag on the play. What a catch by Thielin! You're right, Peter. What a catch at the 41. Marshawn Lattimore just hit the daily double, Peter.
Yeah, and Adam Thielin still went up and caught that football.
This move off the line here, Adam, this is a double right here. It's 1, 2 stabs to get that.
Yeah, so here I'm really just trying to get him off his feet. So I took 1 step and I actually felt like I beat him, but if I just took 1 step and went, the timing would be bad for the quarterback and the spacing between me and the slot receiver. So I tried to just get a couple more steps up vertical and then flat. I was hoping he'd throw me the ball there, but he was reading the other side. And then as soon as I saw him read the other side, I just ran to the sideline. And again, he threw it up and gave me a chance, which as receivers, you love that. When quarterback just throws up the ball, trusts you to go get it or at least knock it down. So
Lattimore's being pretty sticky here. Like he's doing a pretty good job of like tailing you right on this.
There's a lot of contact there. There was 2 flags thrown on me. 1 for holding and 1 for PI, so.
Oh, they all come out.
Exactly.
Look at the catch, though. Look at the catch.
Yeah.
That's just snagging that thing. Highest
2
point.
hands.
Look at that.
That's like my favorite thing in football is the high point, just going up and getting footballs.
He's going against one of the best corners in football, Marshawn Lattimore, Pro Bowl player, and Adam Thielin makes one heck of a catch. Unbelievable.
I think Rhodes and Kendricks like that catch right there, man.
I got a couple butt slaps here, so.
Yeah.
Adam Thielin, his route running is unbelievable. What a move, what a double move by Adam Thielin.
Probably you're wide open, right? Yeah.
Guy who can really run and understands the nuances of running routes.
Your route running is very detailed. I mean, you hit your landmarks, you know where you're going, you confuse a defender. They're not sure where you're going. Your detail work, I think, is phenomenal watching your tape. Is there a go-to route that you have, the game on the line, that you say, I want the ball and give me this route? Is there one that you really like or a few routes that you like?
Yeah, there's a few. I think it depends on the situation, depends on, you know, formationally, things like that. I like to be outside, and I like the ball in the air. So just a fade ball is good for me. I just want an opportunity, just want a chance to go get the ball.
Cousins passes right. And it's caught by Thielin. And he did it to guess who? Marcus Peters.
Take us through what the Rams are thinking right now.
It's a spray 9 in the number system, spray fade. You see Diggs actually down here wins big time too. And it's the inside go ball, which with all that space. But here, another great ball by Kirk, just getting up and down. It was a tough look because the corner was outside leverage, and so there wasn't a whole lot of space there for me to go. But I knew if I got outside of him, there's so much space to the boundary that you're not going to get pushed out of bounds or have to worry about that and try to beat him with speed. And obviously, first down call, which was phenomenal because you know they're not necessarily thinking deep ball, things like that. So great play, one of my favorite plays. Wish we would have hit that one more this year.
Delivers it to Kirk, facing a blitz. He'll go deep for Thielin. To the end zone! Caught! Touchdown!
This is actually, you know, something I'd like to do more, is just straight go balls or post routes.
Just a perfectly thrown ball, and he understands and trusts that Adam Thielin, when he's got a shot, he doesn't drop it.
I think it's so important to create separation in the rest of your routes, in the rest of your game, to be able to just run right by somebody. You know, a lot of times coaches, they want to scheme it up and say, hey, we can double move this guy or things like that. But it's like, I just want an opportunity, want a chance to go get the ball.
First and 10, Vikings from their own 35. Case Keenum from under center on a deep drop and play action. Floats out to the right, passes right, caught.
Thielin just a little slow to get up. David Morgan out there to help pick him up.
I broke 3 bones in my back on this play.
When are the bones being broken here?
You'll see it. You'll see it right up. So I catch it, and he knees me right there in the back.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was hurting pretty good for that next week in the championship game.
So did you go out of the game right here when that happened?
Well,
you can see him hurting right there.
He's hurting, man.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I might have came out for the next play, but I played the rest of the game.
You broke 3 bones.
Yeah.
And played next week.
Yeah, they weren't bones that were important. So
they called the schedule.
But
like, what? No, I mean broken bones.
Bones.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't do nothing. There was enough adrenaline that it wasn't too bad.
So did you walk out of the stadium after this game? Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, there was a
little
celebration
bit.
going on here.
Yeah.
I think you might know what's coming here. I mean, you just mentioned that you just had 3 bones broken in your back.
Stay inside, stay inside.
And he likes you, by the way.
Okay.
But he does put a hit on you right here.
He does.
Like, this is one of those hits where this kid, he's making a pretty good reputation.
Walloped by Jamal Adams.
So, I mean, this is a switch, and you're coming in there, and you go inside there.
And boy, does he take a lick from Adams.
As soon as I went inside, I knew I was going to get killed. Kirk, was releasing out of his hand. I said, oh, here we go. So you can see me right when I catch it. I look to him and protect myself. But he knocked the wind out of me, so I wasn't breathing for a little bit.
He actually said he tried, you can see he tried to pull back and get the shoulder turn.
That one didn't feel good, but I was all right. I came back in the game.
Hey, you ain't get mad when I hit you in the back,
No,
did
you're good.
you? No.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I didn't even know you were there. I thought I killed him. I swear I thought I killed him. Hey, I had to let you know I was here. That's all.
Your story is amazing. Inspires a lot of people, not only what you've gone through, but your performance. So congratulations and keep it going.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for spending time here in the film session.
I learned a lot. I got a little better. That was good.
We learned a lot.
We learned a lot. No.
That was good.
Thanks, man.
That's going to be great, man.